Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another perfume review video. My name is Naz. This is my channel, the King of Hidden Gems. I try to bring to your attention fragrances are usually very good value for money. They smell good. They're usually under the radar. Not many people talk about them. I think at least you should do your research time for yourself and see if they're any good to you. So in this video I have another unboxing and first impression for you, and this is a brand that I never had perfumes from, and this is the brand Riiffs. Riiffs is another Middle Eastern brand from United Arab Emirates. They've been around for I think 5 or 6 years, and already they have a super extensive lineup in their portfolio. I think something like 60 perfumes under their name. So this one in particular is called Riiffs Elegant Homme. Is Eau de Parfum 100 ml. United Kingdom you can find around £30 or so, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, and let's see how it goes. But please, if you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, motivate me, you encourage me to bring you fragrances like this in future that nobody else is talking about. They're amazing value for money, they smell great, and they are hidden gems. Thank you for your love and support, and let's go. When you do unboxing, unfortunately you can't do anything about the noise, sorry about that. Okay, so as always with Middle Eastern brands, they give you everything plus the kitchen sink for the price I paid. And it says Elegant Homme, which Homme in French means man, so it's elegant man, and it's Eau de Parfum Riiffs. It's 80% volume, so that means 20% oil and water. The rest are carriers like alcohol. Okay, and as always, very nice box for the price. Is very good in the hand, and the most important thing is you protect the bottle. Here we go, that's the bottle. The bottle is on the classic side, so it's quite good looking. Here we go. So the box and the bottle are quite good looking. The bottle is very heavy and thick, but the cap, yeah, sits in there, but don't rely on it because it's not a very tight fit. Elegant Homme Riiffs, again, attention to detail as always, very nice in the hand. And let's go with the cap is plastic, and atomizer is modern and silver, and here we go. Very pathetic. Yeah, not a good atomizer at all. Maybe it's just my bottle, I don't know. Anyway, so first impression for Riiffs Elegant Homme. Here we go, first sniff. Hi, it's gorgeous. So first thing it hits me is the sweetness of it. It's very sweet. Yeah, from 0 to 10, 10 being the sweetest, this is around 7 to 8, so it's quite a sweet fragrance. Although it says homme, which it means man in French, but to my nose at the moment is very unisex. Okay, big floral aspect to it. I'm smelling definitely iris, and I'm smelling lavender. So the combination of the lavender and iris in here making it super aromatic, plus very soft in the mid, plus that beautiful buttery iris. So the iris in here is very apparent, is very it's a big player, so you need to like your iris to enjoy this. And yes, it is quite makeup-y smell to it overall. Yeah, very nice smell. So I'm smelling some woods in the base, but they're very clean, so it's like a sandalwood and cedar combination. But the main player, the main of the show, the star of the show is the iris. The iris in here is shining on top and is gorgeous. So overall it's quite ambery. The amber in here It's quite, it's not deep, but it's not fluffy either. It's a medium amber, but it is quite resinous. It is a little bit sticky. It's a little bit on the, you know, on this, yeah, ambery, which is making it very, very beautiful again. So that's another aspect which is quite noticeable and big in here. Yeah, so it reminds me strongly of Dior Homme Intense, yes, but to some extent it reminds me of Dior Homme Original as well, but not as strongly as Dior Homme Intense. To some extent it reminds me of Dior Homme Parfum, but again not as strongly as Dior Homme Intense. So it is in that family of fragrance. It's very, very reminiscent of Dior Homme family fragrances, but the closest cousin to it, if you like, it's Dior Homme Intense. So Dior Homme Intense around 90-95% close to this, or this one is close to Dior Homme Intense. The original, not today. Today's one been reformulated and they ruined them basically. And also, I would say around 60% similarity to Dior Homme original, and around 60% similarity to Dior Homme Parfum. Very nice, beautiful. Let me read you the ingredients. I will take it from there. So this is according to Fragrantica. On top we have lavender. Yes, very, very beautiful lavender in here. The lavender in here is quite clean, so it is a clean lavender, but giving it a little bit of that clinical feel, a little bit of clinical, little bit of hospital feel. Or iris as well. Usually iris and lavender together giving me, reminds me of hospital, dentist, something like in that way. Not too much, just a hint of it in here. But again, the iris in here, it reminds me of makeup, yes. Lipstick, makeup, ladies' makeup, and things like that. Ambrette, yeah, the ambrette in here is giving it that beautiful ambery body. So it's giving it that little bit of earthiness, little bit of nuttiness. Yes, quite nutty. And there's a pear in here which is giving it that sweetness plus that fruity aspect. So a little bit of on the fruity as well because of that pear. The vetiver in here is giving it a little bit of that green aspect, a little bit of earthy green aspect, but it's not a huge player, but it is nuance. And it says cedar, yeah, definitely cedar in the base, and I'm smelling something like sandalwood as well. So the combination of the cedar and sandalwood, again, very clean, but it's quite woody and it's very noticeable. So the note breakdown is very, very correct. So I'm smelling all these things very distinctly. The only thing is I'm smelling something like either vanilla, yeah, definitely vanilla. Yeah, maybe a hint of vanilla in here, not too much, or maybe it's a benzoin. So it is either benzoin or vanilla, so giving it that sweetness plus the pear together, giving it that very noticeable sweetness. So overall, if you like Dior Homme Intense, this is very good for the price. Dior Homme Intense, the original, if you can find it, is very expensive. The today's one, as I said, they are reformulated. They don't smell anything like the original, but for a price under £30 or under £40, very, very well done and smells very similar. Obviously, the quality is not as good as Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme family, but it's not far off. It's not like 3 times or 4 times better quality with Dior. Here maybe we're having 30-40% better quality in Dior, but the price is a fourth of what you're paying for Dior Homme family, especially Dior Homme Intense for the same size bottle. So overall, iris, yes, very, very iris, very noticeable. Yeah, beautiful iris, and the iris in here is very makeup-y. It's very lipsticky, but also giving me the impression of clinics, doctors, hospitals, and also a little bit of dentistry. Not too much. Again, for some reason it reminds me of those, but the iris, the makeup is much stronger. So the makeup-y, lipsticky side of it is much stronger. The lavender giving it the aromatic feel plus the iris together, working superbly well in here. It's a very well blended fragrance for a price. It's very, very surprising how good it is. Again, aromatic because of that lavender. It's got wood in the base. It's a combination of sandalwood and cedar, but it's very clean, but it is very noticeable in terms of woodiness of it. A hint of earthiness coming from that vetiver plus the greenness of it. It's about grassy feel, not too much, but what I'm feeling, which is quite strong in here, they're not mentioning anything like a nutmeg. I'm smelling something nutty in here. Either it's a nutmeg in here, or it's come from the ambrette. The ambrette comes sometimes gives away the nutty feel as well. It's quite powdery. Yeah, it's just quite powdery. It's about dustiness. It's about powderiness of it, obviously from the iris. And it could be a violet in here as well, because I'm smelling very deep floral in here. So it could be a combination of lavender, iris and violet. I'm not too sure, but I'm smelling a layered basically florals in here. Okay, and a hint of fresh spiciness. Is that cinnamon? I'm smelling something like cinnamon, but it's not cinnamon. It could be like a combination of cinnamon and nutmeg in here. They're not mentioning that, but I'm smelling definitely some nutty aspect, and also I'm smelling similar to cinnamon smell, which is very, very well done in here. Again, that's about on the spicy side, yes, but not too much. Is a nuance rather than anything. The biggest player by far is the iris. Of the iris is lavender, maybe violet, and after that is the woodiness and the ambrette, giving it that nuttiness, not the earthy feel. Overall, very, very well done for the price. This one used to be a little bit cheaper, but these days when I looked at online in the United Kingdom, I couldn't find it under £40, but even for that price is very, very well done. The only thing is we have to wait and see how it goes in terms of the longevity. If the longevity anything good, we have a beautiful fragrance which is absolutely underrated and very, very hidden gem in here. Very well done, very well blended, very well put together. Smells great. Ooh, smells very opulent. So this is very opulent, so it's better suited for going out, evening, special occasions, close encounter, dates, maybe even wedding and things like that. Very, very special smell to it, as Dior Homme family is, especially that Dior Homme Intense. In terms of gender, this is bang in the middle of unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem whatsoever. Although it says homme on it, which means man, but to my nose this is completely unisex. Anybody can wear it, ladies and men, no problem. In terms of age, I would say 25 and up to in the safe side, because although this DNA is very popular, but it is still a little bit on the, shall we say, particular side of things, or niche side of things. And yeah, it's an acquired taste, so you need to know what you like and what you dislike to like this. If you like this kind of fragrances, obviously you enjoy this. I absolutely love it. I'm going to wear the heck out of this beautiful fragrance for me, for my age, for my experience, for my nose, for my taste. In terms of season, this is all year round. You can use it in summer, in winter, no problem. The only thing is, if it's a very, very high heat in the summer, it could be a little bit on the cloying side because of that sweetness of it. It's quite sweet in here. As I said, it's around 7 to 8 in terms of sweetness, or at least for first impression. Okay guys, so highly recommend it. Let's see how it goes in terms of performance. If the performance as good as anything the Middle Eastern fragrances put out, OMG, we have a beautiful fragrance on our hand, which is gorgeous, well done, well put together, very good perfumery, very good ingredients in here. For a price is absolute banger. Alright guys, if you have it, if you know it, if you tried it, let us know your experience. That would be useful for others to read. If you like what I do, if you find it useful, informative, valuable or entertaining, please don't forget to hit those buttons. This way you help me, encourage me, motivate me to bring you fragrances like this in future. That's superbly on the radar. Nobody else ever talks about it, and they are absolute gorgeousness like this one. If you are interested in purchasing one of my own perfumes, I'm a perfumer myself. I'll make my own line of perfumes. I'm the artist, I'm the worker, I'm the perfumer. Everything is about me, from the scratch to the perfume. and I put more than 60% perfume oils in my perfumes, which is unheard of, and that makes them very big, bold, very big performers, beast mode, and also they are very artistic and unique, and you cannot find them anywhere else apart from myself. I leave them in the link as well. Thank you very much for your love and support, and I see you later. Bye.